تحياتنا. يلا كمان حنروح على جامعة جديدة وكمان مع بعضنا نفوت نتعرف على ممثل الجامعة، على هيدي الجامعة وين موجودة بأستراليا، شو البرامج اللي بتقدمها وشو الأقساط. على صفحة ايجك جلوبال كمان نفوت على معرض الجامعات الأسترالية، المعرض الأونلاين المميز والجديد، معرض الجامعات الأسترالية والنيوزيلندية يلي حطتها شركة ايجك بمتناولنا مجانا. خلينا نروح على جامعة سوا بنروح على، خلينا ننزل شوي نغير المنطقة، حنروح على جامعة، نروح على شي جديد، وايكاتو. خلينا نروح على جامعة وايكاتو نشوف هيدي الجامعة اليوم. كمان بركي فينا ناخذ حديث مباشر من ممثل الجامعة، الستاند تبع جامعة وايكاتو بأوكلاند بأستراليا. الستاند فيه كل المعلومات الخاصة بالجامعة. منحاول نفوت على البوث مباشرة ناخذ حديث من ممثل الجامعة، نشوف إذا available. Mr. Richard from Waikato University. خلينا نحاول نتواصل مع ممثل جامعة وايكاتو مستر ريتشارد.
اهلا وسام. اوكي مستر ريتشارد with you.
Thank you very much. Let's try to talk to Mr. Richard from Waikato University. Hello sir, how are you doing?
Hi, yes, very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mr. Richard. We're very pleased to have you here with us in IJIC Fair. And we are very nice to meet you. And we would like to tell our viewers about Waikato University. Where is it located, please?
Sure. So the University of Waikato is in New Zealand, and we are located in Hamilton, and that's our main campus. It's about an hour and 45 minutes from Auckland. So Hamilton is quite a laid-back city, about 160,000 people. And I'd say that New Zealand generally is quite a laid-back place for education. So, you know, compared to Australia, the UK, where you have big crowds, big cities, 24-hour party nightlife, that type of thing, you know, New Zealand isn't like that. New Zealand is much quieter, much safer. There are fewer international students, which means you'll have a much better education experience. And the University of Waikato itself, you know, it's spread through across a huge range of green space. It's the largest campus by area in New Zealand. So it's a really beautiful place to be based, to study. And around Waikato, you have so many places to visit. If you like natural beauty, if you like the sort of green environment, then yeah, it's a great place to live.
Well, actually, as we all know, New Zealand is a very green country. You have a very clean and beautiful country. Bless you and your country. Let's tell our viewers, how did Waikato University and New Zealand in general deal with coronavirus issue?
Sure. So if you follow the news, you may know that New Zealand is coronavirus free. The only cases that exist at the moment are people who are in managed isolation, people who have come back to the country but are in quarantine. So, you know, we know the New Zealand government really locked down the country very quickly when coronavirus started. And so, like I say, since June now, the whole country has been coronavirus free. That it does mean that the borders are currently closed to international students, but when the borders reopen again, then New Zealand's going to be one of the safest study destinations worldwide when it comes to coronavirus.
That's a very important information. Allow me to translate in Arabic, please, to our viewers. مستر ريتشارد عم يقول انه نيوزيلندا اخذت التدابير اللازمه مع بدايه جائحه كورونا، وانه اليوم ما في ولا حاله مصابه بجائحه كورونا. الحالات الوحيده هي اللي طلبت منها الحكومه النيوزيلنديه بان تضل بالحجر، وهي اليوم تحت المراقبه، والحمد لله ما عندهم ولا حالات جديده. حتى الآن نيوزيلندا ما فتحت مطاراتها الدولية للطلاب الأجانب، ولكن هن بيتوقعوا أنه بالقريب العاجل هذه المطارات تفتح عن جديد للطلاب الأجانب. جامعة وايكاتو بنيوزيلندا هي مثل كافة الأراضي النيوزيلندية جامعة خضراء تعنى بالخضار والجمالية، ونيوزيلندا هي دولة هادئة. جامعة وايكاتو موجودة بمدينة هاملتون بنيوزيلندا، هي مدينة خضراء هادئة بيسفل. نحن طبعا بننصح طلابنا يلي بيحبوا الرواق والمناظر الخضراء انه يتوجهوا لهالدولة الجميلة ويلتحقوا بجامعة وايكاتو. Mr. Richard, what are the programs that you offer for international students in Waikato University?
Okay, yes. So we have a huge range of different programs. The most popular area is business and management, and that's because Waikato Management School is actually Triple Crown accredited. So it means that we're accredited by the three most important business bodies worldwide: AACSB, EQUIS, and AMBA. And so because of that, it means that our business school is ranked within the top 1% of business schools worldwide. So we offer a range of different programs at bachelor's, master's, and of course PhD level. Outside of management, we have a very strong engineering school, again with engineering programs at many different levels. We also offer education, we offer sciences, arts, and health programs, and so on. So a huge range of different programs.
Sir, what is the average tuition fees in Waikato University in order of business and engineering department?
Oh, yes. So it depends on the level of study. At bachelor's degree level, most of our bachelor's degrees are 3 years. And in US dollars, it's about maybe 15 or 18,000 US dollars per year at bachelor's degree level. At master's degree level, most of our programs are either 1 year or 1.5 years. And for a master's degree, probably around 30 to 35,000 US dollars tuition fees.
Mr. Richard, for bachelor, it's 18,000 US dollars per year.
US, yeah.
And this is paid
yes, per year.
per installments, right?
The tuition fees the student needs to pay for the first year up front, and then they can pay the future years as they come. So yeah, the requirement is that the first year of tuition fees must be paid before starting their studies.
First year to start. Okay. Do you grant any merits scholarships for high school grades?
Yeah, so we have something called the International Excellence Scholarship. So that is for students who have strong academic achievement in their previous studies. That can be up to 10,000 New Zealand dollars or about 7,000 US dollars, depending on the student's achievement. And if they're at bachelor's degree level and they are progressing to the second year of studies, they can get a further scholarship for their second year if they achieve B+ average grade in their first year.
What are the chances for graduates from Waikato University to actually stay in New Zealand and start their career there?
Okay, yeah. So a lot of international students come to New Zealand with the view of planning to stay in New Zealand long term and get a job after graduation. 85% of our graduates are employed within a year of their studies, completing their studies. And New Zealand actually has really generous post-study work rights for graduating students. So a student who graduates from a bachelor's degree or a master's degree would be eligible for a 3-year post-study work visa. So they can stay in New Zealand for 3 years and work in any job. And once those 3 years have passed, if they have a job and they are settled in New Zealand, they can look at residency options from there.
We are actually, our viewers, watching a video about your beautiful city and about the university. Actually, it's very impressive. It's a very, very beautiful location to visit and a great campus to actually apply and enroll in. We urge our students to apply to Waikato University. It's the most beautiful location to be. And let me please ask you about the employment rate for your graduates.
Yeah, so as I was saying, about 85% of our graduates
85.
are employed within 12 months of completing their studies.
Beautiful. Do you have exchange programs with international companies and universities?
Yes, we do. So our students can go on exchange with university partners around the world. So we have partners in the US, Canada, the UK, China, Japan, across the world. So they can really go anywhere, maybe for one semester or 1 year of their studies.
Very beautiful. What is the English requirements that you ask for?
For bachelor's degree, we require IELTS of 6, and for master's degree or PhD, then it's IELTS of 6.5. And at the moment, because of coronavirus, we're accepting online tests. So if students want to take the online IELTS indicator or Duolingo or anything similar to that, then we'll accept those tests.
The next semester will be online, right? Or will it be a mixed program?
Sorry, say that again?
The next semester will be conducted online or
Yes.
in a mixed program?
Okay, so at the moment, New Zealand's borders are closed, and our next intake is November, and that will be an online intake. But what we're planning is that students can start online, and then as soon as the borders to New Zealand reopen, they can come and continue their studies online. So from there, our following intake will be March 2021, and we hope by that time that the borders will be reopened. But at the moment, obviously, things are changing very quickly, so we'll have to wait and see.
Very beautiful. Mr. Richard, do we have your contacts, your personal contact, your email, your cell phone number in IJAC?
Yeah, you should have it. I can give it to you. Or you can pass it to your students.
Okay, please, we need to contact you directly after the fair. IJAC staff will be contacting you to get your cell phone number. And what's your position in the Waikato University, please?
Yeah, so I'm regional manager for Middle East, Africa, and Europe.
Beautiful. Thank you for your time. We will be contacting you, and we'll call you back through the fair to ask you about your experience in the fair and about how serious your students are. Thank you for your time. We'll be back to you. And
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's nice to speak to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.